The first day I entered, I say that when I put my feet at the police academy, that day I became a black woman. Yes.
Things changed.
Things have changed because now I'm too much closer to them. Now I want to be like them. I want to put myself at the same level, which I think that is not allowed in Sweden. I mean, as a black person, I always say that this color scare a lot of people, but it's the best color though. Yeah. This is a monkey's here. If not, go back to the zoo. That was the letter I got.
That was the letter you got?
Yeah.
That if you don't see monkeys,
go
back
to the zoo. Yeah. So, I mean,
wow.
I find this very funny, actually. So when they call me monkey, I made like, I went to the...
To have demonstration?
Exactly, when I spoke with the principal. And I say, I got this letter, I don't know what to do. And she was asking me, you want to change the class? I said, why should I change my class? Why? I'm not doing anything wrong. I just got this. I wanted to know. Because those people who are here, they are going to work with people like me. They're going to make black people. And the principal, anyway, she tried to make me change my class, and I refused. And I called all my colleagues, or the students in my class, yes. And I said, listen, I received this letter, and I don't want to know who wrote it, but I just want to make sure that I'm just here to study. I don't want to be your friend. I'm not your friend. I will not be your friend. I don't want to be your friend.
Did you say that?
Yeah, I have my own friends.
Yeah.
The person wants to be my friend, you're welcome to be my friend, but with respect. But don't hire, yourself somewhere and put in some letters, in the
It doesn't work.
No, it doesn't work. It's not going to change my mind, or it does not make me to quit the school. I'm going to finish the school, and and we're going to be equal. And you can see that it was a shock, because each time we have some exam, they put our personal number on the wall.
Yeah.
And they come, some of them, they have like a kind of question or answer. Oh, you made it. You are not so stupid as you look, like,
As we thought.
As you look like we thought, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, black people are stupid. So how come that you made it? That's what he's saying. Because when he say, in Swedish, say, du är inte dum som du ser ut. It's like you're not stupid as look like.
Yes.
It's that kind of,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Nelson. I am broadcasting from Stockholm, Sweden.
Today, as you can see on your screens, I have a pleasure to host this amazing lady in her uniform. She's one of the prominent police officers in Sweden. She's an inspiration to so many people, and that's why I got interested in having a one-on-one interview. We are going to talk about her background and her profession as a police officer. But before we dive into the story, do me a favor, like this video, share, and have a comment so that we can inspire other people. Without delaying, let me welcome Risa. Do I pronounce your name correctly?
Correctly, Risa.
Risa.
Yes.
Welcome to this channel.
Thank you. Thank you.
Would you please introduce yourself to our viewers?
Yeah, my name is Risa Seidu, and I'm a police officer here in Järva. Järva is like a suburb in Sweden, northwest of Stockholm. And we have about 90,000 people living here in Järva, and 110 spoken languages. And as you know, Risa Seidu, I'm from Togo originally. Came to Sweden when I was 20 years old with my parents. My father was kind of politician from Togo. He worked with the president before. And my mom was a businesswoman selling clothes in shops in Togo, Lomé. And my father was like a security guard for the president. He's the one who's has most responsibility over all the other bodyguards for the president in Togo. So you know how it is in those countries when the regime changed, so you have to move.
Yes.
So that's why we moved to Sweden. Yes.
If I ask you to describe yourself, how would you describe yourself?
Me, I'm a very gentle and humble, but also very tough person. And my children used to say that you are mama. They say in Sweden, so du är hård men rättvis. It's like we are correct but tough at the same time.
All right.
Yeah, so that's what I can describe myself. And I'm very human. I mean, I like to help. I love people, regardless the background, where you come from, who you are, rich or poor, because my own background was like when I was living in Togo, I never missed anything. I never took a bus. I never, need to clean. But when you move to another country, you have to start over. And also when you move to the country where we don't have so many people who speak French or have that background, most of them go to France. And they are not like used to black people or African people. So it's a very huge challenge, of course.
So basically, when you are in Togo, one would say that you were a planned kid, like you didn't desire anything. Because your father was working with the president, so you had everything that you wanted.
I had everything.
Yeah.
Everything, really. I can say everything because I used to look at back that time when I just remember last we were talking about it, what I grew up with the president children in the military camp in Togo, and all of us were having bikes and everything at that time. I just remember that, and calling a driver to drive you to the supermarket and do things, and I was like, oh shit, yeah, we lived that life too. I forgot. And now you have to run after the bus, falling down because of the snow. It's so slippery on the floor.
And you don't have that privilege that you had.
Of course not. It's gone. It's always like that. You know, we all know that.
So how many were you?
When we came to Sweden, my siblings, we are 7.
Yeah.
And my brother, he's a professor in mathematics at the Stockholm University. I have one of my sister working on the immigration here. One is nurse. The other one is just a teacher in French and English. And I have one who is, what she's doing, that girl? No, she works at the police station, but she's not a police officer. She works for the border. That's what she does.
Okay.
And I have one brother who is like assistant at school.
Okay.
Yes.
So when
and my mom has a Afro shop in Örebro.
Afro shop?
Yes.
Wow.
And my father is like retired. He's at home. He's quite old. Yeah.
Okay.
And also because of when he was living in Sweden, he got tired and he wanted to move back to Togo. And then when he moved back to Togo, and they sent him to jail for 9 years.
Oh my God!
But that time he was already Swedish citizen, so we tried to help with the politician. Yeah, and then they sent him to sentence for maybe 15 years, but he made 9 years, so he came back to Sweden for 7 years.
He was put in jail by the current regime.
Yeah, the current regime is the son of the old president, which my father worked for, so it's like the same regime almost, yeah. So he stayed there for 9 years, tortured and everything, but I'm happy that we got him back. He's the inspiration, actually, not me.
So when you came to this country, you were 20 years.
Exactly.
Did you face any challenge in this country?
I mean,
yes, what are those challenges?
There are so many challenges as a black person or black girl.
Yeah.
And when you move to Sweden, especially to Sweden, I mean, maybe it's much easier for someone who speaks French move to France. But here in Sweden, first of all, you are black, and they consider like even if you have education before you come here, it doesn't count. You have to start over. That's the first thing. And the second thing, that they put all the African or all the black people in the same boxes. And also the school try to guide you like, oh, you don't have to study to be what you want to be. If you want to be a lawyer, no, why don't you study Bono Frit? It is like a child, and I don't know, and so you can become like a under nurse or something. You like taking care of the old people, and also you have to start over school again. Your education you had before, it doesn't count. So I think it's a challenge. If I didn't have my parents, I think I would be also one of those who start over, got tired, and just get kind of give up and start to work at the hospital, or working in the as a cleaner or something like that, because that's why the system try to guide you to, because it's much easier. But I have such a strong parents, like, no, you're not doing that. I want you to start over if they ask for that, and then you have to start to learn the language. So it took me like 9 months to learn the Swedish language, and then go through the gymnasium again, which I did before I moved here. As I said, I came when I was 20 years old. So I start over. When I finished that, then I was looking for a job. I didn't find a job. They said, no, you're not staying home, so you have to work and study at university. So I started to study European law at the university here in Örebro. Yes. And I was studying like for 2 years or something like that. And
that is after high school.
Exactly. And I found it so difficult. I was like boring. I didn't like it so much. So I decided to no, it was like a kind of project that they want to employ people with African background at the Skatteverket, police and the organization. And I applied from the police, and I started to work there. I got a job. I started to work there at the reception. And going to starting on the reception, I met a woman, two women actually. First of all, her name is Britt Argos, Swedish woman, and Maria Hård. And those two women said, like, you cannot stay at the reception. You're too smart for that. We don't want you at the reception. I'm like, what? They said, no, you have to go to the investigation. So they pushed me, really. So I start at the investigation.
They were working at the police?
Yeah, they were police officer, both of them. Okay. Yeah. And so I start to work with her, and she said, listen, you have to apply to the police. I said, no. She said, yes, you go in there. And I spoke with my, if you go back to the high school, I met also one teacher. She worked in Egypt before. Her name is Britt-Marie Eidenvik. She also said that, I believe in you. And also, how do you call her? Evalina Sjögren, also a teacher. We believe in you. And Stig Wiberg, we believe in you. At the same time, we have another teacher who said, no. We have to put all the black people at the same class, in the same class, and the white who came from Yugoslavia at that time, they are more closer to us. So, I mean, it's more like a challenge. When I went home and told my parents, they were like, no way. And then my father came to the school and said,
how did you feel when she said that?
Of course, you feel very bad. You like start to think about, okay, she said, I'm not what? Like me. Black people together and the white together. So it's like you feel that kind of discrimination. Of course. And also, what is the reason why she's saying that the black are not smart and only the white are much closer to them? It's like saying that someone from Ukraine is much closer to the French people than a Senegalese who was being colonized with the French, who knows the French culture. Then it's the same thing. So I don't see the difference. So that was also a big challenge. But having those people around and my parents pushing you, exactly, that made me like feel much more strong. I say, yeah, I can do better. So when I work with them at the police station, they say you have to apply to the police. I say no. And then also at that time, I met one of the teachers who divided us into two groups. And then she said, they don't want a black police officer in Sweden. She told me that. And she also told me that your color is going to be like a barrier for you to become a police officer. It won't happen, she told me. And she was even surprised the first day she saw me at the police station in Örebro, at the reception. Not even with the uniform. At the reception, she was so shocked. She was like, what are you doing here? I said, I'm going to help you. She's like, no, you can't help me. I said, I'm working here. She said, no. So you see that.
She didn't believe.
Of course not. I can understand her because Sweden never has a colony.
Yeah, yeah.
That's one thing, make it very difficult for them to understand other people.
Yes.
And then we come in here. Of course, most of us want to go to school, want to study, but the system doesn't make it so easy for us anyway. So I stopped at the Örebro after the 1-year project, and I applied to the border at the airport, controlling passport.
Yes.
And also they accept me. I started work there for like 2 years. I just drop it. I feel like I'm ready, and I applied to work as an investigator.
How old were you by then? So that the viewers who they can relate.
Yeah, I mean, if you start from 20, it takes me 9 years for to study Swedish, and then make the high school 3 years. So I was 23 when I started, you know. And at the same time, when I study, I work at fritidsgård. I don't know how it's called. It's like pleasure ground.
A playground
for children. I mean, youth, for youth.
Yeah.
Between 12 and 16, I think, in Örebro.
Okay.
So I go to school in the evening, I work there.
All right.
So I was already working with the youth. So I like to work with the youth.
So was your dream to become a police officer?
No, never. My dream was to become a lawyer.
Was
Yes.
So how did you change your mind?
I think I changed my mind because of those women.
Those women, they influenced.
They influenced me a lot, and also they were pushing me, even though I moved from Örebro to Stockholm. They were always in touch with me, like, hey, what's happening to you? You can't stay there, you have to move forward.
They kept checking on you.
Of course, all the time, and they sending me email. What happened? Are you going to apply? Are you applying or not? So, and then I decided at the end to apply. So when I entered the police school, the police academy, I think I was 30 years old. I was 30, yeah, I was 30.
All right.
I was 30 when I applied to police academy. I mean, which is good because I had some experiences. I've met people, I've worked, and also I think I can manage. And I feel like I'm ready for it when they push me so much, so I need to try. I give it a try. I know that that time was very hard, because you need to not only to apply. You apply, you're gonna have an interview. You need to make the test,
physical test,
Swedish also.
Yeah, and Swedish language.
And the Swedish language test was so hard. They changed it now. They make it very easy. It's much easier now when I did it. So
okay.
So I I applied.
You joined police force?
I joined the police force.
Okay.
2006.
When I was doing some research about you, I came across a video where you were talking about your experience at the school that you experienced racism.
Of course.
What happened?
That's not, I mean, it's normal. Like I said before, the Swedish people are not used to foreigner. They're used to Turkish people. They used to, I mean, as a black person, I always say that this color scares a lot of people, but it's the best color though. I think it scares us, and it makes you strong at the same time, right? I started police, when I was working in police, I mean, I never felt any racism at all. When I was like civilian, working normally at the reception and everything, nothing happened. The first day I entered, I say that when I put my feet at the police academy, that day I became a black woman. Yes.
Things changed.
Things have changed because now I'm too much closer to them. Now I want to be like them. I want to put myself at the same level, which I think that it's not allowed in Sweden. It's allowed. They don't say no, don't, but they're gonna make it very difficult for you
to come there.
Yeah, of course. They don't say it directly to you, but they're gonna make it difficult for you.
Indirectly.
Of course, because I got a letter, or kind of, I know someone wrote like, go back to the zoo if you don't see any kind of, do you see some, how do you call it? Oh, poor in Swedish, in English.
Chimpanzee?
Yeah,
Or
do you see some
monkeys?
monkeys? Do you see some monkeys here? If not, go back to the zoo. That was the letter I got.
That was the letter you got?
Yeah.
That if you don't see monkeys,
Okay,
go back to
the zoo. Yeah. So I mean,
wow.
I find this very funny. Actually, I'm like, okay.
How did you feel when you read that?
Actually, nothing, because you know what? There are two things, two words, which I don't give a shit about anymore, because you can't get me calling me nigger, monkey. Why? Because nigger is like very old word. It doesn't touch me anymore. I mean, come with something new.
Yeah.
Because I see myself already. I know who I am. I know that I'm a black woman. I know that people will call me nigger. So why are you saying that? I mean, I always ask people, are you happy that you call me nigger? Today your day is made. So all your problems disappear. So you are like proud of yourself. Good job. And I leave you. It's the same thing when you call me monkey. So when they call me monkey, I made like I went to the to the
administration.
Exactly. When I spoke with the principal, and I say, I got this letter. I don't know what to do. And she was asking me, you want to change the class? I said, why should I change my class? Why? I'm not doing anything wrong. I just got this. I wanted to know, because those people who are here, they are going to work with people like me. They're going to meet black people. And one of them came to me also. One of the students came to me and said that, you know what, if you become a police officer and my grandmother needs a police and you just show up, she'll be very afraid. She would not believe you. And I say, I understand her, because she never see black people. That's why she saw only TV that we are, they try to, you know, put us like dangerous people, drug dealers, murderers, and everything. But you know what? Things has changed. We also, that was because of colonizer who put that kind of picture for you. But now we know better, and thanks that we come to Europe, so we know better. We can reivindic our, you know, rights. So I understand what you're talking about. And the principal, anyway, she tried to make me change my class, and I refused. And I call all my colleagues or the students in my class, and I say, listen, I received this letter, and I don't want to know who wrote it, but I just want to make sure that I'm just here to study. I don't want to be your friend. I'm not your friend. I will not be your friend. I don't want to be your friend. I have my own friends.
Yeah.
The person wants to be my friend, you're welcome to be my friend, but with respect. We have to respect each other, because I'm not calling you any names. I'm not saying anything about you. I don't have like 2 heads or 4 feet. So I'm different than you. I don't have blue blood. I have red like your blood. So I don't see why you people are writing. If you're a man or a woman, you want to talk to me, you have issue about my color, come to me and we can talk about it. But don't hire, you know, yourself somewhere and putting some letters, so, you know, in the
It doesn't work.
That doesn't work. It's not going to change my mind, or it does not make me to quit the school. I'm going to finish the school, and and we're going to be equal. And you can see that it was a shock, because each time we have some exam, they put our personal number on the wall.
Yeah.
And they come, some of them, they have like a kind of question or answer. Oh, you made it. You are not so stupid as you look, like, you know.
As we thought.
As you look, like we thought, something like that.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, black people are stupid. So how come that you made it? That's what he's saying. Because when he say, in Swedish, say, du är inte dum som du ser ut. It's like, you're not stupid as look like.
Yes.
It's like kind of, you know.
So you never thought giving up?
Why should I do that? Because someone is sitting down in his room or whatever, writing a letter to me that I should go back to the zoo, when I know that I'm not moving anywhere, when I know that I have a goal, I have something to do, I'm here to study, I'm not here to make friends. And also, as I say, my friendship is so, I have a so value of my friendship. If you have me as a friend, then you have me as a friend. So why should I run after you if you don't want to be my friend? You just want to insult me. So I'm not going to give you my friendship. It's not for free like that. Come and take it after insulting me and treating me like low person, rubbish, like because of my color. I mean, if you treat me like a low class or whatever because of my behavior or because the way I am, it's something else. But because focus on the color or due to the color, then you are, I don't know, then you are a stupid person. That's what I didn't, I don't care so much.
You didn't bother?
No, of course no. It doesn't, I mean, that's what's happening in the society because the youth need to feel like whatever they said, if you have a goal, go for it. And also I'm open to help a lot of youth in the society when they ask me, I want to be a police officer, I want to be a lawyer, what do you think? Should I go for it? Of course. Can I help? I'll do it. Because this is the only way. It's the only way we can make a change in the society.
Are you the only black woman?
No, I'm not. No, we have a girl. She's half Ugandan, half Nigerian.
Yeah.
And we have many men. Oh, okay. We have many men from with African background.
All right.
Yeah, many. I mean, maybe we are 15 men, and we are maybe 4 women, like that. I mean, I have women. They are mixed. They have one mother Swedish or father Swedish or something like that. But African who is not born here, I'm the first one. Yeah. All right. And the other girl, she's born here.
So when you look at where you came from, up to where you are today, what do you tell yourself?
I just tell myself I made it, but I would like to to have like a higher rank in the police. But I know that it's going to be very difficult because they will not give me that chance. I know it because the way I am right now, some people feel like I take too much place. Some people feel like for them I'm threat for them, and some people feel like, wow, this is my idol, I want to be like her. It's not only the Swedish people, the black people who call me and telling me that I inspire them. I have many Swedish girls like, they are bullying me at school, they say this to me, which I talk to and mail and try to have conversation and push them too. As a woman, I'm not thinking like because only of my color, so I can inspire other people. I'm like, I can inspire everyone who really want it. But as a black person, it's not the easy. I'm not going to lie that it's easy to be accepted in the police force. No, it's not easy. Of course not.
So, of course, it's not only in the police force. Everywhere also, they don't want black people to come higher. But
which is normal because I mean, you come here. First of all, when you come to this country, you have your own language, you have your own culture, right? And you maybe speak other language before you came. Okay, now you have to come. You come here, you learn Swedish. I mean, I used to say to the youth that you don't see that you are so rich. You don't see that you are so rich and you are better, but you can't see it. You can't feel it because you are not there where you're supposed to be. I understand that because you have more things, because you can how do you say, navigate yourself in the society.
Yes.
When they put you in the Swedish society, you can manage it. If you are with the Turkish people, you can manage it. I never had a problem with the people from other country because I can speak Swedish, I speak the English, I speak French. I'm there, I can do my things, and I know how to behave. So I don't see any problem.
There are many women there or girls there who came to this country maybe at the same age as you when you came here, but what would you say to them if their aims are higher and they are facing these challenges you faced and they feel like they want to give up?
I think first of all, most of us from foreign country, we have a faith, right? I think it's something which is help us a lot to have faith. And also it's very important that they have community or friends or parents who can support them. It's very, very, very important. Or try to get some help. Also, it's important to find a Swede who is, able to be your support. It helps a lot because It's very important to have a guide because you can never manage alone. You need a guide, whatever you want to do. Because if I didn't have those women or those teachers, I don't think I would make it. Because they were like, no, don't give up. We're going to help you, what you need, and everything. Why? Because you need to have those who can help you do some idea, and they can tell you what to do, where to go, who to talk to, because still you don't know the whole the culture. Because I used to say there's no culture actually in this country. Exactly. There are some rules. Yeah. There are some rules, and to know how to behave, what to do, what to say, and this society is not ready, because most of us African, we are very direct. If something wrong, you say it. Yeah. If you're sick, you can show it. If you're happy, you show it. So we are more open and very direct. And it doesn't work here, because they want to say that this is not good. They are trying to go around, and to say, no, this is not good, in a way that you don't even understand that. It's also a problem. So for me, for the women who are at my age and they aim to do something huge, big, they have a dream, never give up. Just go for it and try to take some advices from other people who have been there or who can also help. And
and I think also to believe in themselves. Like
of course.
You said that you knew who you are, you believed in yourself.
If you lose your identity, then you lose yourself. Then you don't know where you're going to, and then you don't even know where you come from. Exactly. So the identity is very, very important. I'm so sorry, but I'm so fucking Togolese, you don't know. It doesn't matter. I say I have the Swedish nationality. I'm Swedish police. That I always say that I'm Swedish police. I got my education here. I borrowed the money to study and everything. And I work for the Swedish government. I work for everyone. I'm the whole Swedish police, of course. But my identity is I'm a black person. My nationality is Swedish nationality. But I'm Togolese too, with the culture. And I also learned the Swedish culture. I have both. It's making me more richer. Exactly. No one said that the Swedish culture is bad, or no one said that my culture is bad. So when they say that, no, you have to forget your culture from your country and in the Swedish culture, you can combine both. There is nothing wrong. The Swedish culture is more rules than a culture, actually.
Yes. All right, let's talk about the situation in the country. You are a police officer.
Yeah.
You represent the police force, and police is responsible for security in the country. If you look at the situation in the country right now, it's alarming.
Of course.
With the guns on the streets, young kids are killers, they are drug dealers. Would you say that police have failed?
No, I would not say that police has failed. I think it's more like the whole Swedish society is like reactive society. They wait for something to happen, then they react. So I think that's where you can say we fail. But fail like as a police, no. We are for the security, try to prevent crimes and everything. And I can say the Swedish police is one of the best in the world. Why I'm saying that? Because what we do for prevention is not even police work, but we are doing it because we think that we're going to gain something back. So, of course, the situation is alarming, but the police, no, it's not. It's like this government or this society is like, the society take care of you. In our country, the society don't take care of you. The family take care of you.
Yeah.
And also, Swedish society is more like individual. You are alone by yourself. You think. But in our country, it's like my uncle can come and talk to me and tell me if I did something wrong. My aunt can come and be angry with me and talk to me. So the whole family is more like not mama and papa and the siblings.
Yes.
In our country, it's like the whole family is involved if you are doing something wrong. But here, as soon as you are 18, the law say that no, you can decide by yourself. We don't need to talk to your parents. So it's like the parents are disconnected from the child.
The child.
So I think it's also one reason why we are facing this situation.
But if you see the situation, who do you blame?
I blame the whole society. And I blame the society, I blame the politician. That's why I say that they wait first when something happens, then they start to react. Then it's too late. We need to be there before things happen. It's the same thing before we have this, how do you call it? They start to be radicalized, the children,
yes.
And everything. We need to be there. We need to talk about it, to be more open, call things what they are. And if, for example, we have one community, we see that they are all the time, showing up in shooting and the drug dealing, then I think that the society need to try to get contact with that community and try to talk to them and try. They have for sure some association. Talk to them and say, listen, we find out that people from, I don't know, we can choose any country, are more involved in this drug dealing, and most of them youth are traveling to Syria for the war, for example, and to join the ISIS. Always seeing that they are in selling drugs, and we need help from you. Can we have a meeting with the parents and things like that? We can. The Swedish society they are so afraid to talk about that because they are so afraid to be called racist. When we know that there is racism already in the society, so it doesn't matter if they don't talk about it, they talk about it.
We know it is there.
It's there, so just talk about it and say that we facing this problem with this community. So we need some help. So let's do it together. Then you don't point out one person, you are pointing out the problem.
When I see the situation, as a parent, I get scared for my kids to raise them in this country. And also I get scared for my life because today you will never know who has a gun, who has a knife. Young kids at 12 years, they come to school with guns.
Yes.
Do you ever get scared for your kids or for your life?
First of all, I'll never get scared for my life, never. If you're scared, don't be a police officer.
I mean, you are human.
Yeah, it doesn't matter because you
can be shot
this for sure. That's why we have something called mental preparation. That before, when you come to the police station, before you change, you start to think. It's like a process. Okay, something can happen today. I'm ready for it or not, and everything. So when you put up in uniform, you are someone else. Things shall change. So for that, I'm not so that afraid, because I choose some work when I know it's risky. And don't forget, my father was a military, so I was born and grown up in a military camp. So, and I'm scared of my children. Yes, of course, because as you say, you never know who. And today we are talking about what's happening. Gang violence is more in the suburb. But not anymore. Of course not. Because kids with parents with good work are involved. I read yesterday, someone who's working I read in the newspaper, and work at the police, the son was involved in this shit, I don't know, something like that.
Exactly.
So, it can happen to every one of us. You never know. So I speak with my children every day. My son is 17 years old. We talk every day. My daughter is 15. We talk every day about this situation. So when the politicians always talk about the suburb, the foreigners, but now, not anymore.
No.
Now it's mixed. It can happen to everyone. For that, yes, I'm stressed. I'm worried for my kids. Yes, I do. In this to raise them in this society. Yes.
For parents out there, who are wondering how these criminals recruit young kids at the age of 8, 9, 12. You as a police officer, I think you are much aware how these criminals recruit, their tactics. Would you tell those parents how these criminals recruit their kids?
Today in Sweden, it's very easy to recruit because, first of all, if we talk about the suburb here, Coming from school, you see the drug dealer in the center. Okay, you see them. Sometimes they ask you to stand and hold the door for them, and then they say that they're gonna give you 100 krona or something. As a child, say that you're 10 years old, you got 100 krona. Of course, like it's very attractive to you, but you don't get that money, right? The next day, you meet the same person, and he gives you 200 krona, and then start to be 500 krona. And next time they ask you, can you hold this bag for me? Maybe in that bag is drugs. And they say, can you just take it home? I'll take it tomorrow, right? And when you do it, they give you 500, and they say, yeah, you can be part of my video, my rap video. And showing the gun, showing the money for the kids, that's very attractive. And they also say that take 4 and become 100. It's mean like if we, the police, catch you, a youth, with a gun, then they send the youth to the juvenile. It's not a prison, but it's a
center.
It's a center, juvenile center for 4 years, and then you become 100. That means that you are like a man. So when you hear that, it's for you as a person, you feel like, yeah, I'm someone. Thinking that those kids, some of them are bullying at school, they don't feel well, and they see the parents without job, and they feel like they don't have any respect for the parents anymore. The parents are, like I said, disconnected from them. So it's very easy to use those words to recruit one youth, okay? And also on the social media, it's very easy. You say that I'm looking for a job. Like, look, you are joking.
Yeah.
Someone can answer, I have something for you, and you don't know what kind of job it is, and you want money. You are looking for money. Okay, take that bag, move it from Stockholm to Gothenburg. Don't open it. Making that trip, it might be to you are doing some transportation of gun from here to another city, and then they buy you the ticket. For you are traveling, you're doing it, you're gonna have some money, okay? And also it can be that your big brother is already criminal. You have seen him back and forth in prison, and then there's you have this loyalty to your brother. Of course, you're never gonna talk about it. You are doing things for your brother, and also maybe you have a relationship with a girl, and maybe she is in the criminality or you are in the criminality. For that way, it's very easy to be, recruit easily. It's because people are looking for a job, they are looking for money, they are looking for the excitement, like, oh, I'm cool, I'm going to be on TV, I'm going to be on the rap music and everything. I'm going to have a name. Because doing that, keeping drugs, keeping guns, and they are invite you to eat pizza, because it's not that every day your parents buy pizza for you. They buy you pizza today, tomorrow is hamburger, the next day something else. You can borrow the clothes. They borrow some, Gucci clothes, Prada, all those things that you've seen that you also want to have. As a child from the suburb, you feel like, okay, I don't have money to buy those fancy clothes, and those people can offer me.
How are drugs related to rappers? Because most of the times these things go hand in hand.
Yes, of course, because it's related to rappers, because most of them, when they are singing, they used to smoke, this marijuana, okay? And they are the one who sell drugs. They show it that in the videos, and then showed all the money. So when you see that, it's like drugs, rap music, and money, and you have a status. You are someone. You're like half God. I used to say to the kids. Yeah.
So, for the parents out there, what are the signs they should look out, and then they will know that this is a red flag for my child?
I used to tell the parents, listen, the way your child or your son or daughter start to talk, they change the language. They don't speak normally anymore. They are more tougher. When the mom say, I want you to come back home 8 o'clock, they answer the way he answer you. You know already, he's not that, good boy anymore. First of all, the language.
The language.
The language is one thing you have to look after. The second thing, when he starts to drop up school, he's at school, but in the middle of a lesson, the teacher said, or the principal said that he used to leave the school and come back. Disappear and come back. Or some of new friends or whatever used to come and meet him in front of the school or in the center. And also he never come back home on time, and the school are complaining that he's not often at school. So there are those signs. And so the clothes, when he comes back home, that he stopped to use the clothes you bought for her or for him. Now he starts to wear, listen to this Gucci things and Prada, whatever, Louis Vuitton.
Things that you did not buy.
Exactly. Ask the question, where did you got this from? And he stopped eating at home. Always full. I cook. No, I don't want to eat. I'm full. I ate already. What did he eat? Oh, I ate at school. I'm not hungry all the time. So it's so small things we have to look after, and I think it's very important to look after those things. And also, he got 2 phones.
2 phones.
Yeah, you have even he has 1 phone, one which you bought, and he has another one, the one he works with. And often it's not like smartphones. The other one, it's the normal phone that you can, drug deals. We call it like Beckna telephone. And also the bag, the attribute, they have this bag, body cross, small bag like that, exactly. So they are very small signs you can look after. And also, as a parent, I used to say, why don't you look at the room where he sleep when he left to school? Make a search in the room. Why not? Maybe he's hiding a gun in the room. It happened when the parents called us. When I told her to do that, she find a gun in the room of her son. It's your room because you own the room as a mother.
Yeah.
Lift the mattress, check around, start to smell, meet him at the door when he comes home. He's smelling bad, what's happening, all those things. Those small signs you can look after as a parent.
So if they see those signs, what should parents do?
I think it's very important that they report this to the police or to the social. But before they do that, they need to talk to the school with the principal. And they also talk to the teacher and ask you how his results look like, first of all.
Performance at school.
Of course, and also to see how often he leaves school, but he's not there. And then they can talk to the social and work together with the school and make something we call orosamtal. It's kind of a report to the social that we are having some problem with your son or your daughter. We don't know what's happening. He's not at school, and you can see that he's always with the older people in the center, hanging around, coming home late. You don't know what's happening.
But parents are scared that if they report to social or police, then they are likely to lose their kids to social services.
No, that's a misunderstanding. Actually, it's a very misunderstanding, because as a parent, the social is to help. You have to understand the law first. You have to understand, because when you are asking them for help, make sure that you are asking for help, telling them that I just find out these things. I just want to know. I'm not reporting my son or my daughter. I'm asking for some advice, what to do. What do you think? I mean, from that, you and the social can do something together to help these kids. They're not going to take the child from you, because, I mean, before the social decide to take a child, then it's like it has gone too far. They don't just, they prefer to have the kids at home. I have parents who really want the social to take the kids from them, but the social say no, because we know that you're good parents. They come to make a visit at home, to see what you're doing, how it is. If you have other children, they ask the other children how it is at home. Dad is working, dad is school with you guys, how it is and everything. So it needs an investigation before you lose your child.
Does police also help in this kind of sensitization?
Of
talk
course,
to kids,
of course. We go. Yeah. I mean, we are something called hembesök. It's like a home visit.
Yeah.
If he got like a parents who are worried for his kids, and he asks for help, we just go visit them, make appointment with the mother and the father, and try to explain that we have seen your son hanging around with some criminal from the area, and we are worried for him. We think that he might be involved in the drug deal, or he might be with the gang criminals. So we are very worried. So let's work together. So yeah, we do that.
All right. According to your opinion, when do you think this country is going to? I mean, sanity is going to be brought back, and
10 years.
10 years from now.
10 years from now, because as you can see, the shooting, the gang violence has been decreased a little bit. We don't
You
have.
think so?
Yeah, it is. I have the statistics somewhere. It's much better, because before, if you see only Järva, Rinkeby, between 2015 to 23, it was like hell. So we can say from 23 to up to now, we didn't have any shooting. Not at all. Not even once.
What is the reason for the decrease in
Järva
statistics?
It's because we work more with prevention. We work very close with the schools, the society. We work very close with the parents also, and the social. We are like a team. So that I think that's the result. And also we are really, I mean, we work a lot. So we are everywhere in the area. So even in the night, we are here. Like I say, we are here to stay. We are not leaving. So people know that the police is everywhere. And I can see also, I used to say that the people here, they are tired of it.
Yeah.
So they start to report. They start to talk to the police. And we have been also very straight with them, saying that, listen, we don't live here. I don't bury my sons. Your kids are the one dying. So you have to take the responsibility. So we start to work very close to them, and they understand, and all of them are very worried, like, oh shit, I hope that's not my son. I really hope so. I want to move from here. What can I do? I don't want this. And they start to report their own, because they are the one who can make the area better, not we. We are here for like the law. We are law enforcement. If we see something, we can, arrest people. But if we don't know, then we don't know.
Yeah. So what are the advice for the parents who knows that their kids are already involved in this criminality, in the gangs? What would you advise them?
I can advise them that they can come and take some advice from the police. They can call the police asking, I mean, if she doesn't want or he doesn't want to say the name of who she is, she have that possibility too.
Yeah.
I think she's saving herself and also her family, because today the gang violence is not only the person who is suspect, they attack the whole family.
Yes.
If they can, if they can't get you, they attack the whole family.
Exactly.
So you are saving yourself and saving your family by trying to talk to the police or to the social, saying that I'm having this problem. Or even you can call like tips to the police, like say that I know that in this building someone is selling drugs, blah blah blah. You don't need to give your name. You can make it anonymous. So. Yeah.
All right. Last question. During your career in police, did you maybe at one point came to an instant where you felt like, shit, today I feel like I'm going to die?
Oh,
where you got scared?
Yeah.
Which incident was that?
Oh, there are so many incidents that you see. It was riot 2014 in Husby.
When they are burning.
They are burning cars. Yeah. It was a huge riot. Then I thought I'm gonna die.
Why?
Because they are throwing big stones everywhere. They are burning cars, burn police cars. Everything was a disaster.
And you were on the scene?
Yes, of course. And
So
I
you
was the
thought they would
president.
hit you?
Of course, everyone was afraid because they were like behave very badly. And also, I can say that it's not only the police who make stop that. It's also we, together with the society, we came about like, listen, if someone need ambulance, they will not drive into the area, never ever, because we are twin stone.
Yeah.
Burning car is not our cars, it's your cars. So they need to understand that. And then some parents decided to make kind of group and start to go around the area talking to the youth, and then it stopped. So that's the only incident I say that I was very scared. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like I want to quit because you don't see, you're not coming anywhere. Many people are telling me, Risa, you should be a kind of leader right now.
Yeah.
Because you are a natural leader, but you are not a boss. you are both leader and boss, because we like you are, but I don't get that opportunity. And why, I don't know. But all the time they tell you the same thing, like, oh, you are so good, you are so good, you are so good, you are doing a great job. And then what? I mean, doing a great job, then what? I mean, you apply for simple work, like to be a leader for reception, for example. You don't get it. And you see someone else, oh God, I say that, okay, but I work longer than this person. I'm much better. I have all the qualification they need for that, but why I'm not getting? Only God knows. I cannot answer to that. But the only thing I know, when you are too good in Sweden and you are foreigner, it's a problem. But I don't think that should stop us. We need to fight more, and it's also natural that we need to work harder than the Swedish people. It's normal, because we are the foreigners, of course.
All right. Does your husband get scared for you, and maybe because of what is happening?
He never liked the police, though. Anyway, he is like against police. For him, he said, if I continue my study, I should be a lawyer. It's much better. But for the police force, he said that the salary is bad. For me, I think the salary is okay, but for him, it's bad. I think it's good. And he also complained about that we work too much, and also he's mad because he said that they don't see my value. So that's make him mad. So he's not so for police.
And maybe scared that you might be shot or something can happen to you.
Yeah, also not so much more that they don't see my value. That's he's more concerned about that. He said you should be working on the international scene right now because you did a lot for the police force. But I always say that I'm not working for the police force. I'm working for the people, because they are the one who pay my salary. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much, Risa.
Thank you
for this opportunity.
Thank you.
I hope next time if I call you again, you will accept.
Of course, no problem. You're always welcome. Thank you. Thank you.